Going live.
We good to
If
go.
anybody pop on here first, we on here now. I know Jeff coming. Man, let's see what happens here. Hopefully somebody come on. This won't be a disappointment.
Man, you know everybody got DNC popping too, so
At least it'll be recorded and it'll go. So somebody's gonna join in. So I guess we're gonna get started. Somebody will pop in sooner or later. All right, we got here the man ekj2400. We're gonna start out like this. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you from, what brought you to RC?
Well, like everybody know, ekj2400 from Montgomery, Alabama, man. Born and raised here in Alabama. Man, grew up in Gaston, Alabama. Originally from Birmingham, bro. And how I got into RC, it was just wanting to just seeing the cars going to Radio Shack, seeing those cars, and as a little kid, it always drew my interest. Really, it started back before that. I had a best friend named Pumpkin, and man, we used to push around. Back in the day, you had they had those Tonka trucks that you could actually take the tires off and all that with, you know what I'm saying? But there was like big like dump truck, like you know what I'm saying, trucks. They weren't RC cars, but they were just trucks that you can push around.
The big yellow Tonka trucks, the ones I used to stub them, get hit in the head with when I was fighting with my brother.
That's it, yeah. So we started out, man, pushing them up and down the street, and then, like I said, growing up, just seeing cars being controlled by remote, it is always intrigued me. You know what I'm saying? So from there, that's how I really had the bug was sprung then. You know what I'm saying? So then when I was seeing them growing up, I was like, man, when I get older, I'm gonna buy me for real remote control car. My first remote control car actually was the car from Radio Shack called the Golden Arrow. And
Golden Arrow.
Yeah. Man, back in the day when that was out, bro, like I said, that was one of the fastest ones around. Then after that, I guess I was just about getting in high school. Yeah, I was just about. Now go back to elementary. I was just about going into really middle school. So when I got the Golden Arrow, I went on. A Main was open back then, so I went on A Main. Now I went to Kyosho. I had a car action magazine, and it had Kyosho stuff all through it. So went up there, got a upgraded motor from out the magazine, and ordered it. Put it into the Golden Arrow, Golden Arrow. Just hopped it up, made it a little bit more faster, and man, just sprung up from there. And then from the Golden Arrow, I ended up going to a HPI MT Nitro. That was my first kit, a Nitro.
Your first kit. So that was one of my questions. What was your first race kit? You said the MPI Nitro.
Yeah, my first race kit was actually my first race kit was the D8T Truggy. The D8T Truggy, HB Truggy was really my first kit, my first race kit. But my actual first hobby grade RC car was that HPI MT. It's like a stadium truck, 4-wheel drive stadium truck. And man, I had my partner. I had a new guy. Like I said, this was like I was in my sophomore year in college. I really bought that. I bought that HPI MT, my first kit. And like I said, it was nitro. So, bro, at that time I had a girlfriend that stayed up in Auburn, Alabama, and I had took the kid up there because they had a hobby town up there in Auburn. So I took the kid up there to Auburn, and bro, I didn't have a clue how to put that kit together, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the guy out there named Kenny, man, I remember just like yesterday. Kenny said, "Corey," I'm like, "Ken, I'm done with it. I put it together." You know what I'm saying? It's straight, ain't it? He was like, "Corey, you got a long, you got a long way to go. You
I
got a
remember
long way to go,
my
bro."
first kit. My
Man,
first kit build
yeah,
was a Tamiya Euro truck,
yeah.
and I learned from that Tamiya Euro truck that building kits was nothing. It was not easy. It looked easy, but it wasn't easy because I had one shim in the wrong place, and it would not work right.
You took
It
every. I
would,
know with
I
that
had
one.
to take everything apart. Everybody at the shop had to sit there and was trying to figure out what I did wrong, and I had one shim in the wrong spot, and it didn't work right. But this ain't about me. This is about you. So,
Yeah, man. I mean,
so
basically, I was in the same boat. Like I said, I took
right.
it to Ken, and Ken said, "Corey, man, you got to take this back home. You got to take this back home and rebuild it, break it back down, rebuild it because, like you said, it had shims in the wrong spot. Um, and it was a good experience. It was a good experience for me to go back and redo it. And after I went back and redid it, brought it back up there to him again. He said, okay, we got it. You got it now. It's a little more, some more things with the engine and stuff that you got to do, but it's pretty much good to go. So rebuilt it, brought it back to him. He said that, and then from there we just went on into learning how to tune the motors, how to switch out. Because back then, when you got to the motor part, they had instead of bearings, they had like these bushing things, like
Right, the little white ones. I know what
a
you're
little
talking
white,
about.
yeah, a little white little cone thing to go over the crankshaft, and had a little to spin a little metal. I guess a little kind of look like rods or something that was built into the little white piece or whatever. So he said, instead of using this, because this is gonna wear out real quick. So instead of using that, go on, put some bearings in there, and they'll last you much longer. You know what I'm saying? So from there, man, like I said, dude Ken from Auburn at the Hobby Town up there at that time, man, he showed me how to do that, and it was just a learning experience, step by step. I got better. The more that I built it, the more that I took it apart. And that was my first kit, man. That MT, the HPI MT.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was my first kit. And like I said, that's what I learned on, and that's what I learned with. And bro, from there, it was just wide open RC from then. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah.
So here's the question. Here's one question. What do you prefer, E-word or nitro?
For me, I prefer nitro. Now, yes, it's electric, easier to learn and to get into, easier for you to get started with. Yes, but then again, the same principles that's going to teach you how to. You still got to build the electric, so you still got to build the car up, especially if you get a kit. You know what I'm saying? You still got to build it up. So only thing you got to get used to is just go back to tuning. You know what I'm saying? You still got to do your shocks. You still got to do your diffs. Electric still got to do your diffs, and then motor mounts, engine mounts, motor mounts, basically the same. Other than them just being a mount for the electric motor and the mounts for the nitro engine. That's pretty much straightforward. So it's just about tuning and maintenance, and after that, and the clutches and stuff like that. It makes a difference. But the more you do it, the easier it get, and just take it step by step. Just first learn how to build a solid clutch system, 3 shoe or 4 shoe. And now when we first started, most of it was just 3 shoe carbon shoes when I first started. But now we have clutch systems and stuff already pretty much put together. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but
And
yeah,
come.
right.
All right. So what I plan to do was I wanted to make this to where as though my live podcast or whatever you want to call it, right, is for the newbie, the new person, the person that's just coming into RC,
Yeah,
somebody that knows basically, for lack of a better way to say it, absolutely nothing about RC.
yeah,
So we're coming in, we're learning, and we're watching people's videos, and we're trying to learn setups and tips and tricks and things like that. So this is why I want to talk to what I would consider the layman, not the professional. I know you're a good driver, and I got some questions about driving for you, but I wanted to be on the level to where it's like we're all in the same group. You
hmm,
know, we're not the Ryan Mayfields getting products thrown at us. We got to go out and buy the products, work hard for this stuff. You know
correct.
what I mean? We're
Yeah,
not 100% sponsored drivers. The working man,
right.
right? So, as far as racing, what brought you to racing, right? And when you first started, did you start out in the novice class, or did you go to like this right, or did you just jump right in?
Man, what brought me into racing? Of course, number one, what brought me into racing is a guy from that hobby town in Auburn. I moved back to Birmingham, back to my grandmother's house, and I eventually started working at this hobby town up in Birmingham. And so when I was working at the hobby town in Birmingham, I met a good friend of mine named Alan Burton, and he was a full-fledged racer. And so he ended up taking me to a race up in North Carolina. It was at a NASCAR driver's house. Like this guy, he drove for NASCAR. He had a track in his backyard, and they called it the Forum. And bro, he took me to that race, and people, bro, they had people like Keenan, Keenan from the No Name RC podcast.
Uh
Keenan,
huh.
he was there at that race. It was people from everywhere. California, Drake was there, Tebow. Um, this was like when Jamming first came out. Jamming was like a car manufacturer called Jamming, basically off from Offner. It was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
a breed off of Offner called Jamming. And it was like, man, it was a national event. And like I said, this was my first time even knowing and going and knowing this you know what I'm saying, going to an RC race, man. And I was just blown away. I was like, what? That's how they get down? All the all the stuff you see today, this was like back in what, 20,
Big Jeff, what's up, homie?
what up, Big Jeff? But yeah, this was back in 2000, I think 2008, somewhere around in there. And bro, I went up there, saw everybody from all over the world was there. People from the island, like Keenan, he's from Bermuda. All them guys from Bermuda was there. All the cats from California, all the cats from the southeast, around here, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, all the way up um, to the East Coast. All them guys was there, and just saw the whole atmosphere, man, and just saw how everybody racing. I just fell in love with it, bro. That's what really got me into racing. And and so from there, yeah, got my I got that hot bodies D8T truggy. A trigger was my first really race kit. Got that truggy, and I was at a race. When I got it, I took it to a race down, and at this time I had moved down here to Montgomery. I just had got done with college at this time. So I got done with college, and I guess moved here to Montgomery, and then we went to a race like 30 minutes away from here called Wilsonville. And so, bro, I had my kid. I took it to the race, thinking I'm gonna build it and jump right on in and start racing that day. None of that, the negative. None of that happened. None of that happened, bro. I was in there
Or
all I was in there all day building the kit up. But I was with my partners, man. I had met these guys down at the track, and they're like, Corey, we out here with you, man. Just build it right. We here. Make sure you build your kit right. So that was like, that's why I tell everybody, man, don't be afraid. Talk to people, especially when you go to these tracks. Talk to them, get to know these people, because they'll be the main ones that'll help you when you might break something, or either you got a new kit, you're not familiar with it, or you even new to at that time I was new to it. I didn't know. So they just had my back and just took me step by step, make sure my truck was right, got it right. And once it was right, yeah, it was just jumped in. You know what I'm saying? Sportsmen all over the track. You know what I'm saying? Engine running rich. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we had the little mosquito man coming through the neighborhood spraying the mosquito spray with a big fog, come behind the truck. All the Bruh, my engine was that rich that first time. As long as it ran, I was satisfied.
As long as it ran, you going.
I'm going. Yeah.
That remind me of somebody that I know really well. As long as the engine running, he going.
As long as the engine was running, I was going, man. So
right. So you say you jumped right in. You did like I did. I just jumped right into it. I was going.
Yeah. Sometimes
I figured I can't. I want to go in with the novice, but I figured if I go in with the novice, like I'm winning, but you know, I want to jump in and go hard. So
yeah.
That leading up to, all right, what was your best race day?
Oh man, my best race day. It was, believe it or not, at this time, I was running the nitro truck. I was running that HB D8T truggy, hot bodies truggy, and I had at this time I was running e-buggy. Really, I was running the e-buggy too. So we had an e-buggy race close to my hometown up in Albertville, Alabama. There's a track called One Love RC Raceway, and man, it just one day everything kind of just clicked. It was just up until that time, to that race, you know, things were getting better. I could control the car better, driving a little better, you know, staying between the pipes, not wrecking all that much. But still, my consistency was nothing close to what it is now, but I was gradually getting better. And people was seeing it too, you know what I'm saying? So
engine running good.
Yeah, just that day, just everything clicked. And man, in the e-buggy, especially in the e-buggy class, I ain't running e-buggy that much at all for real. I just did it really for track time, and then it just fell in that day. Everything flowed smooth. I was real consistent. Hey,
it wasn't about placing; it was about consistency.
It's about consistency, and I end up placing. I end up winning my first little plaque. It was my first plaque was a $25 gift certificate for J Concepts. I still got it. Hold on, I get it.
That was my all right. Quick,
yeah, man. But yeah, this right here, this is my very first win.
That's your first win.
Yeah, man. So
okay, there you go.
So, you know, yeah, bro. So
there you go. Like all right. So look. All right. So that's leading up to my next question, which is going to lead me to the ones you probably don't like. So when you got your first win, like, how did you feel when you got your first win? Like, did you cry? Don't tell me you cried.
Oh man, it was no, I didn't cry because I still knew I had got a whole lot more work to do. Because I still, you know, it just with me is yes, I want to win, but you know, when you're doing something that you really like, and when it feels like you're not doing it to the best of your ability, and you really know that you can do better, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you're your own worst critic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was with me, and it's still like that now. And I just felt like, okay, I did good. I did good in that class for that day, but I was like, I know I can drive a little bit more better. I know I can be a little more that more consistent. So that is really my driving source, like, to keep me going, my motivation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that drive, man, and it just, like I said, I know my own ability, and I know when I give it all my all. Like that day, that day was out. I gave it all my all, but I still know I could do that much better. But it was real close that day, so I was kind of satisfied. And also that day with my truck, with the truggy, it went good. You know what I'm saying? It was like
GWT, what's up?
Yeah, everything flowed, man, and I was on pace, and everything flowed. The engines ran good. So everything just clicked that day, and that was the result of it. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of it, it was just
getting that plaque from J Concepts, getting that gift certificate from J Concepts. So, and that was the beginning, man. That was the beginning. So,
all right. So we talked about. I asked you about your best race day. and that good feeling after the win, right?
Yeah.
So now comes the down part.
What's up?
What is about your worst race day?
Man,
And moreover, your worst race day, and how did you handle it?
it just my worst race day was I can say that I can bring it like to just SIC, the first race of this season.
Mm-hmm.
It just be them days where stuff just you didn't prepare it like you always have. You know, you didn't set everything up like you always do, went through everything and got everything, up to par, ready to go race. Because a lot of my stuff, when I set everything up, when I'm preparing for a race, I try to get everything, cars cleaned up,
Ran
bearing
out to the worst.
everything. You know what I'm saying? Go through if I don't go through the whole car, pretty much close to it. You know what I'm saying? So I did all that. I did all my maintenance, did all my homework. You know what I'm saying? I even try to have my tires already glued up. So when I get to the track, I'll just put my car down. I'm out there practicing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but some days you do that, and it just engine may flame out. First practice, you know how it is at them big races. You're in the line waiting. You know what I'm saying? You wait 30 minutes to get up on the stand, but as soon as you get up on the stand, you go out, engine flame out. Now you got to come off the stand, get everything back tuned up, and still you got to wait another 30 minutes to get back up there to even drive again. So,
Hey, listen, I remember Big Jeff. If you still in here,
I'm
me
trying
and
to
Big Jeff
tell
went
you,
to a race at
hey,
we went to a race. I ain't gonna put the people out there, but we went to a race, right? At a
yeah,
track. And I had the luck of the draw on this whole race day. Everything was going my favor. I
right,
end up in the A main. I end up starting, I think I was fifth,
yeah,
and I'm up on the driver's stand, and the guy's car breaks.
that's what I'm
So it
saying.
breaks, so they give him a second, let you get it together. He try to get it together.
Yeah,
He don't get it together. His car breaks again.
yep,
So they stop the race. While meanwhile, I'm on a track in the starting grid. I'm running a nitro,
yeah,
and I'm just out there, just revving the engine. My partner Jeff had to refuel my tank
yeah,
while I'm waiting to start the race.
yeah.
Right, refuel my tank once, so we're
Right.
waiting to start the race. By the
Yeah.
time they got everything together to start the race, they put everything together. He goes to the front of the line, down and quiet. Put the car
Mhm.
down. His tone goes off. I hit the gas. My engine flames out.
That's what I'm saying. It just beat them. But see, you have to understand, like that's what happened with me. And I've been in the game for a minute, but you still have them days when stuff just don't click and it just don't go. And then
Sometimes I feel like packing up too, man. I know,
yeah,
load it
you like
all up
that.
and just watch from the
Actually
sideline.
it actually be that frustrating because you already put your time in at home, you got everything prepped up, not counting just if you're gonna spend a night somewhere, you done drove, you done, got time off work and stuff ain't working. Yeah, you feel like quitting and going back home, but you can't do it. You have to. That's
I
what.
know it was fun that day, Joe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and that's what you got to persevere. You got to push through them days,
Sometimes
and
these
that's
little cars test you, man.
it do. That's what it
Yeah.
because it be like that because the fact of I realized that if it's not because of those days, it's really going to test you how bad do you actually want this, like how important is it to you, you know what I'm saying, to do well, or at least do up to your standards of your ability, you know what I'm saying. So you need those days just to check yourself, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And
Right.
if you know that because one thing I didn't do before SIC that I usually do, and I look back on it and I understand why it happened like that. Before I go to a race, I always go out, if it ain't just in front of the house, and just run the car. Even though I done built it up, I done got everything, all my deals refreshed, my shocks redone, new
Mhm.
parts. But I still go out there and run it just because to get everything, back in sync and make sure everything
Right.
is set right.
Right.
And so for that race, I didn't get out. I ain't get time to go out and run it. You know what I'm saying? Even to retool my engine because at that race it was cold. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And last time I ran that engine that I ran at SIC, it was warm, kind of warm. So little things like that, you have to take that into account, bro, and go and knock it out if you can. You know what I'm saying? So
5
yeah,
P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance.
that's it. That's what Keenan them
Oh,
say. Yeah. So
all
yeah,
right.
like them days, man, it be frustrating, but like I said, you gotta understand. We in this is competitive, and this is just a part of racing. You have those days that things go well, and them days that it don't, but you still can't get. Look at Mayfield. Mayfield he ain't been qualifying that great. DNC,
Right. I noticed that lately.
right? He ain't been qualifying that great doing DNC so far. But just wait till the main day come. See how
Oh, he
stuff.
gonna turn up. Mayfield only know one speed, and that's fast. That's it.
Right,
Full throttle all the way out. All just go. Right.
right. And so that's why when you have those days like that, it's frustrating, yes, but you can't let it just take your whole focus mindset away from what you're out here, what you done signed up to do. You signed up to race, so you gonna have those days you gotta persevere through all that hardship
Right.
and go ahead on and go on conquer your goal. You know what I'm saying? If even though I didn't win, I ended up still bumping up to my mains
Right.
and finished and did good in the mains because I just worked through. I didn't let all that frustration at the beginning just kill my whole mindset and just fought through it and pushed on through, and I ended up finishing up strong that weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, man. So yeah,
All
that's
right.
mm,
So for the new racers, like this is geared towards the new racers. What advice would you give to a newbie, somebody just coming into racing, or somebody interested in racing and ready to start?
man. I was just telling bro, just to have fun. Number one, don't worry about no results at all. Just have fun and just drive your car. Get used to just driving your car on the track. Get used to just keeping the car in between the pipes. Um, don't try to be, super Speeder Gonzalez off the bat. Get into a groove. Just get into a comfortable groove where you can, drive the car without making mistakes first, before anything. And then on the second thing is just have good tires. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you on the right tire compound, like super soft. If it's cold, then you get some like super soft tires. And because tires is 100%, not at least 90, 85% of your setup. Everything else is is secondary really. But if you get
Okay.
good on some good tires and then you just practice your driving, you'll have a good day. That's what I make recommend. Just practice your driving your car, not driving so many classes. Just have one car. If you got one car, cool, that's great because you can concentrate on that one car and get everything straight. You know what I'm saying? Concentrate on driving that car. So
Okay.
yeah, man. Yeah, just driving more than anything, driving and having fun. That's
Okay.
yeah.
The most important thing is to have fun first and foremost. The
Got
most important thing is to have fun. Okay.
that. That and don't be afraid to ask questions about anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything. If it ain't nothing but what kind of tuning screwdriver I need to use to tune my engine, something like that. People don't
Mhm.
know. You know what I'm saying? Tell them that. Even little stuff like that. Even how to, how do you set your car? How do you set your car down to get ready to start the race? Little stuff like that. People really don't know, especially if they new. You just tell them just follow me, just set the car, behind mine, and especially if you can kind of coach them through it, and you can do it like that, man. That helps people out a lot too.
Right.
Cause
I
a lot,
remember my first race with me and Big Jeff. We went to our first race. Like
yeah,
the love that we felt, the love that we got at that first race, that kept us coming back for more because it was
that's it.
people like Jeff broke his car, I broke my car, I had no parts, he had no parts, and the amazing thing was we came with no parts and left with all the spare parts that we needed for our cars.
That's
Just
right.
from the people being nice, being willing to help us and help the
Right.
new person come out and learn.
Yeah.
Like it was like we were done, and they gave
Right.
us parts and helped us fix it and told us stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
We had one guy that we had one guy that we gave him a nickname and he knew it, so it's not like we're talking about it. We called him "You're killing me"
Yeah.
because we were trying to get this engine started. And he
Yeah.
stood there and watched us for a while, and he turned around and was like, "Man, you're killing me. Give me the screwdriver." So, so that was his name after that. But
Yeah.
this RC thing is it's a big community, and people don't understand that. They say y'all grown men playing with toy cars. It's not just a toy car. It is a toy car, but it's
Right.
it's different.
Yeah. Like I say,
So
yeah, like that. Like I say, man. But yeah, that's the first thing. Just learn how to drive. Just driving your car. If you can get out in the street or go to the park, and like I say, if you can, if you like I say, if you new, especially, yeah, do this. It really does help. Just go out there, set up some cones, 3 or 4
mhm,
cones, set it up in the park or out there in the street or something. Drive around them because that's gonna teach you how to how to stop the car, slow it down, and then turn. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I do it too. Sometimes we stopping and turning at
at
the
the
same
same
time.
time,
And that way your tires don't have it's just like you driving your regular car. If you slam on the brakes and turn, your car 9 times out of 10 is gonna skid. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
right,
lose traction some kind of way.
right,
So when you driving your RC car, it's the same way. When you coming up on the turn, you start braking before the turn, and then you turn. You brake first and then turn. That's how you gonna get your. That's how you can hug the pipe. You know what I'm saying? Keep it close to the pipe too. But if you just learn how to drive and not blowing the corner out, being way in the far outside of the turn into the
okay,
other pipe to the off offside pipe. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So yeah, man, just learn that car control. Driving your car is crucial at the beginning, and then after that, then you can start studying. Start getting into setup after that. So, but
okay,
yeah, mhm.
all right. So here's the question,
Yes, sir.
Mr. JQ sponsor.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to make the jump to Mayaka?
Yeah, I'm in the process right now. I am.
Hmm.
Um, it's just right now the Miyako car. It really this month it's available now to I think to pre-order. I think it's available to the public now. It just started I think back on um I gotta look it up to make sure. But I know they just now set up a US distribution center
Hmm.
for the US, and so we kind of out of the prototype phase for the nitro buggy. So the nitro buggy is up for pre-order right now. So that's
Okay.
done. So this time before JQ coming up to leading up to like DNC, just DNC was like the to date the debut, the buggy race, what I'm saying, the debut race pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah, we all this time, we've been um prototyping at SIC. Was prototype driving the prototype buggy, and it was some problems with it. We had to figure all that out, and that's what see with this Jake with this Miyako community. What they're doing is they allow you to be pretty much like the test drivers. You know what I'm saying, for the car.
Hmm.
So they send you the car, and you go out and test it out, see if any problems with it. Um, if it's some problems with it, you write it down. It's a Discord where you can go in there and tell them, okay, I had problems with just say my hinge pins popping out, or it's not fitting right or something like that, and you tell them about what's going on with your hinge pins and stuff like that, and they'll take care of it or send you some more. Or so we went through all those phases with it, trying to get the bugs out. Now,
Hmm.
the nitro bug is pretty much done. Everything's took care of without stuff like that. And now we working on the e-buggy now. So the e-buggy just
Okay.
really just dropped. The prototype of the e-buggy just dropped now at DNC. Like they built those cars like the day before DNC, like that Wednesday night. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so now the e-bug is about to go through that same process, and after that I think they're gonna do the truggies. So
Yeah,
but yeah, but the
they
nitro
should.
buggy, man, is the nitro buggy, I'm telling you, bro, it's something to be reckoned with. It's gonna be a game changer. It's turning heads right now in DSC as we speak.
Okay. So what are some of the big differences between the from going from what did you have, the black edition, right?
Yeah, the black edition.
Okay, so what are some of the differences from were there a lot of changes? Is it a completely different car? Is it
Yeah, it's yeah, it's some similars, it's some similarities, similar, some stuff that's still similar to the black edition.
mhm,
But like for one thing that I can tell you that like on the bottom, you see, the droop tabs right here for the droop
uh-huh.
screws on the Miyako buggy, you don't have these tabs. They got rid of these tabs. So
Okay.
you do your droop by a screw that's in the arms on the Miyako buggy. So that's like a new, yeah. So basically you'll have just a skid plate right here. No tabs on it like that. They're saying that they did that because they want you to get the most droop that you can get. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Which make the car a little bit more stable.
Okay.
And so you still can adjust your droop, but like I said, it's you can do it through your arm instead of doing it on the tabs like right here. You know what I'm saying? On the top.
Okay.
So that's different on that one. On the Miyako buggy, that's different. Your the radio box, like this is like a two-piece radio box
Okay.
like this. And on this one, like the wires come out the bottom, connect. But on the Miyako, it actually floats, kind of floats by the servo. It's not kind of connected to the chassis. I know,
It's
right? And so it's like a one piece, but it's kind of float where you can get to different stuff. It just make it where you can get to different stuff quicker instead of have to unscrew your side
okay.
guards and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Mhm.
um, stuff like that is different on it. What else? What else I saw at SIC that I noticed? The center diff. You know how like when we build our center diffs, you know how we have to put it in the case and we got the bottom of the sun gear, and then
Mhm.
the two pins that cross like this, right? And then
Mhm.
on top of that, on the Miyako, the center diff is a little bit, the case is a little bit bigger. So the slots in the case, the little slots that's in the case that you sit the pins down in, right? But in the Miyako buggy, instead of setting the pins down in those little slots, the slots are bigger. So the diff actually kind of float. That way you get more oil coverage over your gears and make your center diff more smoother. So you get more drive. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. I know exactly what you're saying.
yeah. So
So
it's basically what it is. It's just those cross pins sits down in the case with a little bit more gap,
mhm.
a little more space in between them, so your fluids can cover the gears, completely. So when you put it together, screw it up, it's completely sealed, and it just give you that more smoother, that more better drive. So little stuff like that, man. It's
It's
a lot
little
of stuff. Yeah. When I get the kit, hopefully, um, hopefully no later than next month. When I get it, I'll probably do like a build video and really break it down and show everybody how
okay.
the new innovative little parts and stuff that's done on it. I can show y'all, more about how they did it and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, it's a game changer.
Okay.
Game changer. Like I said, it's turning
So
heads right now at
so
DNC.
So has your race season started yet? Because you know, up here in the north, us snowbirds, we up here where it's cold at.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it'll start. Like I said, I did the Southern Indoor Championships is SIC. That was really the first race on my calendar. That was back in January here, and I did okay. Like I said, I had those challenges at the beginning. End up making the B main in both my classes, buggy and truck, and and um and then after that, I did a club race up in Birmingham at the warehouse, and end up winning that race. Um so yeah, it's starting off pretty good, bro. I know, like I said, I know y'all snowed in up there, and I know it's tough
it's
to
not snowing, but it's
not.
just raining crazy up here,
Yeah,
man.
I know
Raining like it ain't no tomorrow.
yeah, it's crazy here too, man. Like yesterday, it was almost 80 degrees. Not today, it's like 50. Just
80.
that quick, and rain today. You know what I'm saying? So it just
80.
like, yes.
Man,
He said we wish it would get kind of closer.
listen,
There where
man, give
you
me an
at.
80-degree day. I'm at the track. I'm at the track
Yeah,
trying to
man.
shovel the mud puddles off of the joint.
Yeah,
Listen.
Newbie, bro. Yeah, man. So it's but yeah, it's going good. Like I say, the main thing I want to do this year more than what I did last year is really do a little bit more practicing on my own, and yeah, still going to the track, but I also, like, my nearest track is like an hour away from me. So if I can get out and do those cone drills like I was talking, was talking about earlier, I'm gonna do those, and
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and buy me some cones. That's a good idea, man. I'm gonna
yeah,
go to
man,
home,
just
try to go to Home Depot or something and get me a couple cones.
yeah, and
I
then
might go to one of these
yeah,
construction
if
sites and they might
anything,
just
right,
magically
so,
start missing some cones.
you know, you got get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? Best way you can, but yeah, bro, too bad, and when I do get to the track, really practice on putting myself in on the clock, and doing longer run times, more than 5 minutes. If I can, just go 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So if I know I can do a good 10-minute run, then I know I can knock out a 5-minute run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't nothing.
Just
So
keep pushing yourself. If
yeah,
you can do 5, you can do 6.
yeah.
Right.
Just try to extend it. You know what I'm saying? Try to extend it a little bit, but still keep up with my lap times and all that stuff too. So I know, at least I know where I'm at and what's my average. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Right.
And and um and then a lot of that stuff, if you got a radio, that's why it's good to, if you got a radio that has a lap counter on it or a clock on it, or if you don't have one, you can do the same thing with you can get a stopwatch, get your stopwatch, hang it around your neck. If your radio don't have a clock on it or whatever, and just time yourself that way too. It all works. It all works. So,
Well,
so
I just figured out to turn my light on all this time, right? Hey, man, it's the first one. I gotta learn, right?
mhm.
Gotta learn.
So yeah, bro. I mean, so whatever you
Okay,
do, go ahead.
so we covered Orchard or RC. You know, best day, worst day. Um, as far as setup goes, right? What advice would you offer a newbie about setup?
Well, like I said, the first thing I would say, just make sure you're on the right tire. If you even if you're not even on the right tread pattern, make sure you're on the right compound, like soft compound, medium compound, or a hard compound, super soft. Just make sure you're on the right compound. That just that right there it's the that's the number one thing that you're gonna have to have, is being on the right compound. When you first start and set up, just being on the right tire, because your setup can be off. You may have too much camber or not enough, or your toe in may not be enough, but if you're on the right tire, at least you'll have some a decent traction. You know what I'm saying? You won't be all over the place.
Right.
And you can come back and fine tune all the other stuff later. But if you're on a good tire, and if you don't know what tire to run, like what I always say, go ask the guy at the track that's doing good, or the one that seemed to be the fast guy, or either people that be at the track all the time. They may know, more likely they'll know what tire to be on for that track. And then, if you want to travel, if you want to travel around and race from track to track, always keep in mind to take notes of like the obstacles, the jumps that's on that track, and what type of dirt is there, because the next track you may go to, it may be set up similar, or either it may be on similar dirt. So you'll know, okay, I know I was at this track last week and we ran some J Concept reflexes there, and it was good. So, and this track real similar to that same dirt. So this week I'm just gonna try these reflexes here and see. 9
And
times,
some of these tracks up here, you need monster truck tires.
yeah. If it's real, yeah. If it's real loamy and it's kind of real loose or real dry, they ain't really water and it's real dry. Then yeah, you may want to go with the bigger pin tires. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But yeah, that tire. That's the first thing I was studying. I would drive, focus on driving, and then
getting them tires right.
Getting them tires right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Driving and getting the tires right. Where's my notepad at? Driving them tires.
Yeah, because like I said, your setup can be off, but if you're on a good tread pattern, you still got grip. You still can get around good. You can figure all the little stuff out, But if you're on the right tire, if you're off on your tire, say you're on a loose track and you're running a hard tire, you ain't gonna have no traction. You're gonna be spinning around in circles all day. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Just kicking dirt and spinning around
all day. So you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that, waste your time and wasting fuel, wasting your battery, juice, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, get on some good tires, and like I said, and go back and just practice driving. And like I said, yeah, if you're going from track to track, if you're going, traveling a little bit, even in if it's just in your area from track to track, just remember, okay, I was on last week, the track was dry and loose, and we ran reflexes or crime fighters, or we ran monster truck tires and they work. So go back and you see this track where you at this weekend, and it's loose like the one last week. Put them monster truck tires that work.
You know what I call the monster truck tires?
Yeah, put them tires
the
back
monster
on.
Truck tires are the low-C, ready to run tires.
Yeah, put them tires back on for the next track. They work.
Them low-C ready to run tires will get you through anything, bro.
Long as they work, yeah. So long as they work, and long as they work and use competitive, yeah, use them same tires for the next track. You know what I'm saying? For the next track. So yeah, brother. That's
all right.
Get
the tires right and concentrate on getting driving without crashing.
That's it.
All right, brother. I know it took me a minute to get this thing together, and I wasted a little bit of time. So I appreciate you staying on and doing this little thing with me, man. Hopefully, this is the first of many more to come.
Many more. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do some more. Because
next time we might talk some engine tuning and seeing try to get these engines to scream right. So because as people already know, we are sponsored by Reds Racing USA. Team member right there, Reds Racing. So hey man, what happened to the Corso?
I can look and see if they're in stock. It's been out of stock. A lot of stuff been out of stock for real though. So
that Corso was there and then it was gone, man. I need that Corso, man. I gotta get it, man. It was there and then it was gone.
Keep your eye on the site.
I'm looking. I'm about to go back on there again. I got to get me an ESC for my e-buggy. Yeah. I got the motor, but at the time I got the motor, it didn't have an ESC. So
They just and Reds, we just did some testing for some new motors, 10 scale, and I think 8 scale, but I think there was more 10 scale, but they then did some more stuff for the electric side too. So yeah,
Right. I remember we was talking about that when we had
right.
the Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, keep that in mind, man. Just check that site. I think on the site you can also, set up where you can get alerts when stuff is, back in stock too. So
right, yeah, I'm waiting. I got the alert on that course, so I'm waiting for that thing.
yeah. The Corsa is bad, man. Like I said, the only difference is between that and the it's the same thing. The same thing as the Scuderia.
That's what Big Jeff got. He got that 721. He got that
Yeah.
721 Super Velos.
Yeah,
That thing is nasty.
Yeah. The velocity is crazy. Yeah.
That SV is nasty. Man.
Yeah. They're gonna be the most Jeff, like I told Jeff, I said, Jeff, you better hold on, man. It's one of them engines that you never felt that kind of power until you go on tune it on in and go on lean it on out.
You see this boy said he needs some clutch bells. He said he needs some clutch bells, but he ain't trying to pay that $30 shipping.
Hey, but yeah, bro, it's nasty. That velocity is nasty.
Yeah, that thing is nasty, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Like I said, the Corsa is good. Like I said, I don't think it don't have is the ceramics and the DLC coated crank. But far as power, plenty.
It's all there,
bro.
I'm just stuck on that Corso, man. I'm stuck on that course. I need one of them. I saw you running that thing, and I saw somebody else at the track had one. I need that, man.
I'm trying to tell you,
get me one of them things. Man.
Plenty of power. I'm talking about. I literally have to detune it, like reaching it up sometimes. Like I did at SIC. It was because the track was big track. We up on the stand way back here, and on the back side of the track, it's super far. But as soon as I come out the turn and I squeeze it, I'm talking the truck just
take it off on you.
And I'm up on the curb before I know it. You know what I'm saying? On the turn before I know it. So I'm like, bro, oh man. So, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta get one, man. I got to get me one.
The Corsa, the Scuderias, the red and the black head, and the Veloz, the Scuderia Veloz, the one that Jeff has, the black and red one. Yeah, they crazy. All those three crazy fast. Plenty.
Man, that 521 ain't nothing to sleep on either, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a 521 too. I'm gonna get one of those too. I just want to have one just to
that thing pushes a truggy too.
Yeah,
crazy.
Just cause it says sport don't mean it won't get the job done. That's just the name. You know what I'm saying?
That thing was throwing that associated truggy around like it was nothing. Like it was a buggy.
I believe it.
Because I made the switch. I done switched over to Kyosho. So I'm waiting to see what this Kyosho truck is.
How you feeling about the what made you switch what was the thing that made you switch to the Kyoshos from what you ran the
Team Associated? I was running the RC8 B3. Well, I had the for the e-buggy I was running a 3.2. For the nitro buggy and truggy, I was running a 3.1, but I did the conversion with this A, B, C, and D blocks and the arms and stuff like that. So basically a 3.2. But for me, what it was basically the same thing that Rajay said. Like if you ever, I don't know if anybody watches my videos. I hope people do, but if you watch my videos while I'm racing, a lot of my videos you'll hear me say, "What the hell is going on with my steering?"
Yeah.
Right. What is going on with my steering? Because with the Team Associated, you have the pivot ball.
Pivot ball, right?
And once you, like he's same thing he said, not trying to piggyback off of him or anything like that, but the same thing he said. Once you take it out the box and you put it together, everything is cool. But once the plastics get to wearing and everything gets to moving, then you got to start adjusting for camber and all of that. You got to unscrew the whole pivot ball and put the shim in. Then if you buy the plastic shims, you put them in there, then they get smashed. Then if you buy the aluminum shims, they bend. And I'm not trying to go through every time. I'm trying to adjust that. I got to take the whole pivot ball out, it's too much.
Right.
It's too much. And I could never get it right. It was always something wrong with my steering.
Yeah.
I could never get that stuff right. I just got tired of it. So
I got you.
I
Yeah.
went back to a C hub because when I had them low C8s with the steering, I could do everything I needed to do because it was C hub. So
Yeah.
I just went back to what I knew.
I got you. Yeah. That makes sense now. Like that's another thing when you get ready to buy a kit, you got to keep in mind of is it easy to work on or you know,
Right,
it makes a
right.
difference
Right.
over time. Like you said in the beginning, you know, it didn't seem like it was, you know, it wasn't nothing, but over time you get tired of having to take everything off.
Everything apart,
Just
man.
adjust your
Everything
camera or
apart.
whatever. When you just can see, you know, look at your partner over here with the C hub. He just put the little camera gauge up there, do the little
You know
wrench.
what I mean? Turn a little screw and he ready to go. I'm over there.
Go.
Hold up, wait a minute. Got to have a power driver. Hold up, wait a minute. Man, you know, God forbid it happened during a race and you want to change something. It ain't
Right,
happening.
bro.
It ain't
Yeah.
changing nothing. You might as well just cancel it and go to the table and just figure it out.
Right.
But
Yeah,
you know,
man.
plus and I had the team. I had the Truggy. I had the MP10T. I
Yeah.
bought that Truggy when it first came out, and I was getting ready to sell it.
Okay.
And I was getting ready to sell it. I was on the fence. I was getting ready to sell it, and the guy bull crapped me, and I kept it.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching a couple videos and looking at a couple things, and I was just on the fence. But I said, well, you know what? I got the Truggy. I might as well get the buggy. But I
Yeah.
got the E buggy first.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I got the E buggy, and the build was great. The build was easy.
Uh-huh.
It was real self-explanatory. Uh, I mean, I just like the layout of it. It's a really nice, and you can tell quality when you get it.
When you get it,
Like,
right.
you know,
That,
there's pieces on the Kyosho Truggy and on the
yeah,
buggy that are aluminum that on other Truggies or on other cars will be plastic.
right.
You know what I mean? Just
And,
like little small things like that, like these, like the inserts into the wing mount. Where is my Truggy at? The insert in the wing mount, it comes in the kit.
mm-hmm.
These pieces here,
Okay. Yeah.
they come in the kit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Some. You know, you got to buy those from other manufacturers. You know, you got to
Right.
buy those aftermarket. You
Right.
know, so it's little things like that. And I mean,
Quick Nova. What's up, brother?
quick, what's
Yeah.
going on, brother? And it's just like it's little things like that. I mean, like you know, it's just quality. You can just see it. You can just
Right.
see it. I mean,
Yeah.
from my point of view, you can just see the quality in it. And I drove it once before, but I can't wait to get this buggy on the ground. I
Sure.
can't wait, I can't
Yeah.
wait to get this buggy on the ground and go for it.
Yeah,
They
man.
better watch out for me this season because I'm coming.
Big Jeff, you heard that, Big
I'm
Jeff?
coming. He on the hit list too. I'm smoking him too. That's my man, but I'm trying to smoke everybody.
Yeah. Hey, that's what you gotta have that mentality, man. You gotta
Yeah,
have
you
that.
gotta have it.
But
K
yeah,
car to the front. I know that's right, buddy. I know that's right.
yes,
Team
sir.
Kyosho all day.
Yeah.
See, this year I got everything right. I got my little setup board. And I didn't forget about your shirt, man. I went through a couple things with my equipment, but I'm back on track. And I'm gonna send it, I'm gonna send that down there to you, man. I ain't forget about you.
We good. Whenever you
All
need
right. No, I'm
whenever
gonna get on that tonight because I gotta do some things too. So I'm gonna get on that tonight. I know, Jeff. I know. I can see the comment coming already. You need a shirt. I can see the
we
comment
say,
coming
might well
already,
got
man.
one going, might well do another one, huh? Might well put just right behind me. So
I know, right?
yeah. But yeah, do
So,
that, man. And like I said, get your shirts and stuff popping, man. Cause
oh man, this year I'm gonna try to do a lot, man. Like my little mic setup here is mobile, so when I go to the track, I'm gonna try to talk to a couple people. Hopefully, a couple people see this and want to come and talk to me. Like I said,
yeah, man.
Jeff.
Hey, do not feel ashamed. Ask anybody that interests newbie, anybody that interests you. This go
Mhm.
this goes for anybody on the live. Anybody that interests you and that's for real, 100% genuine people. Yeah,
Right.
ask them, man. Ask them to talk. Ask them, how they feel about RC or, even not even RC, even about life. Is if you meet somebody that's cool and genuine and really legit, you know what I'm saying? It take you a
Hey
while.
man,
Yeah,
that's how I met my man, Big Jeff, man.
that's
You know
it.
that?
Right,
That's how I met my man, Big Jeff, through RC.
right.
Seriously. Facebook, and we linked up, and from there it's been 2-3 years now, man. And that's my man. That's
That's
like
it, bro. That's
RC brings people together, man. It's not. It's like I said. It's not a toy
every
car. It's a community. It's a family.
right. 9
So
times out of 10, that's how it goes down with everybody, man. And then by us building these relationships with each other, when we come to each other's town, hey, I'm in town, man. You know, we got to hit this race up. You know what I'm saying? I'm at
exactly.
the hotel, or I'm at the hotel, come through, or either should we come to the house, you know what I'm saying? My lady cool with it. Come on to the house.
Right.
I gotta spend no money at the hotel. You know what I'm saying? So
I know that's right.
yeah,
Trust me.
yeah.
Trust me. I'm gonna get down there. I want to get down there to do some of that. I want to see what that red clay is about down there, man.
Oh, you gonna love that. Y'all
I
gonna
want
love
to see what that red clay is about.
y'all gonna love that. Y'all ain't gonna come back home. Y'all be like, oh man.
No, I'm
Oh
definitely
man,
gonna get
boy,
down there, man.
it's like this. Yeah. But yeah, brother, man, it's been an honor doing,
Man, I appreciate you stopping through and
you know,
talking to me, man. I really do. I'm like I said, I'm trying to do this once a week, whether I do it when I'm talking to myself or talking, talking about anything I've learned or something that happened. I'm gonna
yeah,
try to do this once a week
you
because
know,
this is what I enjoy. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
why not talk about what you enjoy? You know.
that's it. And that's,
So
ain't what's that? That's the American dream, man. Get a
I know that's
get a
right.
job, getting a job and whatever you really enjoy doing, and then get paid on top of it. Come on,
Exactly.
you know what I
Exactly.
mean? So,
Exactly. And
man,
happiness is the best payment to me, man.
that's it.
You know.
And the shot, man, that just doing this open up other opportunities, bro. You know what I'm saying? As far as like meeting people in the hobby, maybe something like somebody at your church or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They may want to
Mhm.
set up something like this to do some stuff, you know,
Right.
to do some
Right.
stuff.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I'm trying to do something, man. Got to stay out these streets. Got
And
to stay out these streets. And ain't no better way to stay out the streets than to be doing what you love and having fun at it. Right.
that's it. That's it. And then when it's good, man, time fly. Like we've been talking for an hour already. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't
I
seen
know.
like
I didn't even. It don't even seem like it's been that long. But hey,
you
man,
know it.
like I
So
said, when you're doing what you love, man, it's always fun. I
yes,
ain't gonna hold you no more, man. I know you just got off work just like I did, man. But I really wanted to do this. This is something I really wanted to do. I said I wouldn't do it, and I'm gonna stick with it.
that's it.
So
Stick with it, bro. And once you get in the flow and just be yourself and let your personality come out, do it your way. Don't do it EKJ. Don't do it nitro free. Don't do it. Do it Newbie's way. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Do it
Right,
your
and this is my way. Like I said, the newbie is for the layman. I'm here to talk with the people that don't know nothing. I want to talk to professionals too and get their advice, but I want to talk to the newbie and let them come in and talk to people that's on the same level as them, so they know that it's not just them.
and
It's
that
not you're not the only slow person. You're not the only one going around a track crashing and having engine problems. Engine problems. We all have them. That's what this forum is for, so we can come through and discuss them, and the newbies can help each other. You know what I mean?
that's it. And that's like I said, that's how I built my show off of,
Right.
just blue collar, just people that's day to day, go to work, hit the track on the weekends, get back up, go to work, grind, do what they gotta do to get their parts and stuff, hit the track on the weekend, them weekend warriors, you know,
Right.
people that just, just trying to, have fun, but trying to be competitive too. Even on the bashing side of it, you know what I'm saying? The people that, get their money, go ahead on and if you want to modify engine, go ahead, modify, do what you do. But still you
Modifying is cheap, man. You don't need nothing modified. It's all about the trigger finger, man. You got to drive that engine and tune it, man. You don't need it modified.
you know, I,
Only modification I believe you should do to an engine is switching pipes and manifolds. You shouldn't be getting none of that. That's cheating.
it's
You got to
cheap.
modify your engine. That's cheating, man. Cheating. It's cheating. You coming to the track with a modified engine. It's cheating. Just tune that mother sucker. You
That's it.
know.
But you go
All
to
right, big homie. Like I said,
it ain't about it. The track ain't about how fast your engine is. Most of the time, it's about what we've been talking about all night. Drive. You got to drive
tires,
that thing.
drive that car, man.
Drive that car. Yeah, you got to
Gotta
drive.
drive it. Yeah, you
Gotta
could have. I could. You know what? Somebody said to me, "You could take it. I could take. I could take Ryan Mayfield's car. That car that he's making spin around that track like he's making it do, and
yeah,
I crash all around the track with it. because his car is his car. He knows his car, so you got to get to learn your car and set your car up.
Right, and that goes even with the basher. You may be bashing out in the yard, but you keep flipping over, traction rolling. All thing you gotta do is just drop your ride height down a little bit. Go down on your links, like on the shock tower, how it got those 3 little holes where your shocks screw into, to the shock tower. Go down on the hole. You know what I'm saying? Go down on the hole just to make your car come down a little bit, set it out so you won't traction roll so much. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're here for. All of the stuff like that we learn.
I know that's right. I know that's right, Keely.
Yeah.
I know that's right. You can have the best setup in the world, but if you can have all the power in the world, I have learned that from, trust me, I know that from experience. But if that setup ain't right, you ain't going nowhere.
Like I said, and you have all the power in the world, but if you ain't on the right tire, you spinning all day.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Big Jeff, remember the Alpha 23?
You spinning out all day, burning up clutches and
Listen, man, we go to the track and try to race with a 23. Oh my God, that was an experience, man. That was an experience.
Yeah,
that was an experience.
You gotta learn how to control this. Sometimes halfway might be all you need.
Right.
So yeah.
All right, so
I appreciate it, brother.
I appreciate you, big homie. Trust me, I appreciate you, man. Next time we'll talk engines and tuning some engines, maybe when I be able to get you back on here again. Yeah. You see Jeff's car all over the place. Just sending it. Just sending it to the moon, Alice.
To the moon, baby. Yeah.
Right.
Been there, done that. Done that. Ain't no shame at all.
It was a pleasure, man. It was fun. I'm glad I got to talk to you. Anybody who's watching, please, a couple people that's watching, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Side the Nitro Newbie, my man ekj2400, signing off for now. Big Jeff, I'll see you later, big homie. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Peace, y'all. Appreciate you. If you ain't ripping, you tripping.
I know that's right.
That's it. All right, man.